Hey, you two, what's up? Back with part two of Hogwarts Legacy. We made it to Hogwarts finally. We stopped a bank heist in action, and then made it back to get sorted in the Slytherin. So, see what happens next. I think we were supposed to go
I suppose
to the
some
common room,
introductions are in
introduce
order.
ourselves to people. Yeah, there we go.
Can I help you? Ah, you're the new fifth year.
This guy's the same
I'm
hair as me,
Sebastian Saller.
almost.
Welcome to Slytherin.
Thank you.
Not everyone has a ministry escort to school.
He was a friend of Professor Fig's who merely joined us for the ride.
Still, impressive. Dreadful way to go, poor fellow. Glad you and Fig are all right.
Can't show weakness.
It was dreadful, certainly, but quite an experience nonetheless.
Interesting perspective. How did you and Fig manage to escape?
It's all still a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Didn't mean to press. You just get yourself settled. We can talk more later.
What book were you reading?
A spell book I picked up. Has a few interesting things, but not exactly what I was looking for. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. But not every spell you may need can be found in our assigned textbooks.
It was nice meeting you, Sebastian. I'll let you get back to your book.
Nice meeting you too. Good luck today.
I feel like that dude's like standard Slytherin douchebag, and I'm all for it. See, this is how I know I picked the house right here. They got a chessboard set up. So I'm gonna admit, I'm a fucking chess nerd. There was a time in my life where I was studying this every single day. Openings, middle games, end games. Absolutely love chess. And that right there is a variation of the Scholar's Mate. And whoever's playing white, you should be ashamed of yourself if you ever let that happen to you. Fastest checkmate in chess right there. It's kind of funny they actually programmed that in. Let's see.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
I think I heard one. Doubt mermaids find us that interesting.
Is dude blind?
Based on all the chatter when you entered the common room, I'm guessing you're the
definitely
new
blind.
fifth year. I'm Ominous. Ominous Gaunt.
Nice to meet you, Ominous.
Well, you certainly had a memorable arrival.
Can't show weakness.
Well, if I'm going to make my mark here, I had to start right away.
You're definitely in the right house. Do let me know if I can be of any help as you navigate your first days here, though I doubt you'll need it.
Were you expecting to be sorted into Slytherin?
Most certainly. My family on my father's side are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Not something I'm especially proud of, mind you. He was obsessed with blood status, a pure-blood maniac. Unfortunately, most of his descendants do not fall far from that tree.
So hold on a second. His last name is Gaunt, which, like, if I have my lore correct, isn't that Voldemort's mother's maiden name or family name? I guess. So, is this like Voldemort's uncle or like grandfather or something, like on that side of the family? Because I know they're descendants of Salazar Slytherin, so that all checks out. I'm pretty sure that's like the same last name. If that's the case, it's pretty cool. Kind of like relating ancestors to the characters we grew up with. It's pretty badass, actually.
Did that student say he thought he heard a mermaid?
Yes, but I've never heard of a mermaid showing up outside our common room window. It is fun to play along, though. Been known to keep some first years on the lookout for hours.
Thank you, Ominous. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure was all mine. Don't be a stranger.
What a nice lad.
Might want to think that again. Ugh, not going to move there, are you?
Here, watch this.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Dude just hung mate in one.
Checkmate.
Good job.
Told you.
They should have listened to me. Ah, I know who you are. You're the new Slytherin, the one who barged in with Professor Fig last night. Interesting tactic on your first day, taking all the attention away from the first years. I'm Imelda, by the way. Shame I wasn't with you in Fig. I could have lured that dragon away. My skills on a broom are legendary.
We handled it. And I think you're underestimating the nature of a dragon. A broom would have been kindling.
Ha, not the way I fly. Perhaps one of these days I'll show you a thing or two about flying. I can teach you more than Kagawa ever could. Speaking of which, I'd like to get in some time on my broom before classes.
Are you a keen Wizard chess fan? You knew that boy was going to lose the match.
Not really.
Probably pretty obvious.
Much too sedate a pastime for me. Also, it's simply not that challenging. The moves are always so obvious. Why does no one else see it?
I bet I could kick her ass in chess. I hope that's part of the game. If there's like a chess thing in this game, that'd be sick, and I'm probably gonna spend like way too much time playing that. So that'd be pretty cool. Nah, I don't really care. She's just gonna be cocky about how much she flies
Goodbye,
her broomstick.
Imelda.
Don't
Nice
care.
meeting you.
Is the new 5th year Slytherin in here? Professor Weasley's waiting for you just by the stairs.
It's a lot of fucking stairs, man. And this has to be like Ron's grandma, right? Or like great grandma, something. Like, definitely. I know there's a relation, obviously, but I wonder, like how far back
Good
it
morning.
goes.
I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way. I certainly
I
would
guess
have
we can
appreciated
store stuff in
something
there.
like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings.
I have a feeling I'm gonna get completely lost in this castle. Shit's a fucking maze, I already know
The
it.
guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. Do keep up. Why don't you cast Revelio on that statue? And
Revelio?
see what details the field guide can provide.
Shape-shifting water demon native to Ireland, Great Britain. I'm just killing this monster. Ah, look at that. Feel that challenge is the only way to acquire XP. It's like all the completionist tracking, I'm guessing. That's what it looks like. Just like cosmetic rewards. It's pretty cool though. I guess I just need like Revelio and all like the
Clever, isn't
landmarks to stand out around
Keep your
here.
eyes open for more
this?
opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Okay. Just can't do that right now. Entrance does not get old. Badass, man. We definitely picked the right house.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Fast travel? Includes common rooms in the Great Hall. Okay. Destroying Tower Library greenhouses.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all
Oh, I saw
for
a
now.
page, Revelio
You'll be
page over there.
expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
I feel like these are all like super self-explanatory.
Thank you, Professor
Weasley.
Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by
Yay,
your
extra
adept use of
schoolwork.
Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
See, Professor Fig's a homie. I'm gonna cover his back. I can't be giving shit away. So he just looks like a liar. If he hasn't been saying anything.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the
She's
devil,
like calling Cat
Professor
so
Fig.
hard right there.
Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
I'm just having my own
I saw a little Revelio thing. What was it?
Revelio.
Okay, there we go.
Hogsmeade's no London.
Just gonna unlock those glasses. Hold up. Let's see. Let's claim those. Some terrible looking glasses though. Can we look at the rest of it? Hogsmeade. It's pretty cool. That's Hogs. Wait, holy shit, this is actually a lot bigger than I was expecting it to be. What the f... That's crazy. I wonder if, like, when you have the broomstick and you can fly around, like, really how far all this is? I'm guessing it's still pretty decent, though. Holy shit. No, this map has to be, like, this has to be, like, pretty large, right? Like, there's no way. Like, what? Holy shit. It just keeps going. Yeah, there's no way, right? Like, this is a massive map, right? Like, it's kind of one of those situations where it like looks kind of big, and then when you actually like go out and explore and see like how fast your transportation is not as big, like this looks pretty substantial, larger than I was expecting. That's for sure. That's cool. So I talked to this dude. He's a homie, a true homie.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I mean, yeah. It's pretty masterful, man, for sure.
I did try to evade her questions, though I feel a little deceptive. That said, I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Main quest, got it. Okay. Defense against dark arts has always been like the cooler class, in my opinion. Let's save the best for last. Just do this one right now.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander.
Nice.
He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Revelio.
No, that's useful. Wait, what is this?
This cannot possibly be as difficult as it seems.
Hello. I
Already
don't
getting
believe we've met.
distracted.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Are there any other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
Revelio.
She did say illuminating.
Lumos.
So. Ah, there
That
it is.
spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
There's a statue, there's two pillars next to some stairs. I think we can turn that off. I don't need that.
I swear we'd be more
What's down here? Ah,
This looks like the location from the painting. What could be so special about it? Revelio. Lumos. Let's get you back to your frame, little moth. Ha! I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
just want to point out how she said she was racking her brain for like hours or days on that. 10 seconds, yeah. Yep.
Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I'm afraid I can't tell you, Lenora.
Surely you jest.
You should have worked it out on your own.
You have nerve. Especially since I'm the one who told you about it in the first place. Imagine solving a riddle that I mentioned and then not telling me the answer. Practically competing with Imelda to see who's a more infuriating know-it-all.
Does the game have like consequences? I doubt it, right? Like she's not gonna remember that. I mean, I don't really care. If she does, it is what it is, but alright, let's continue. Let's go to Chom's class, shall we? That I already know, man. Like, there's no way that I'm not gonna get lost, like, without using like all the aiding that the map gives you. There's just no way. Like this place is massive. I hope so. Fast travel points. Oh shit! I'm supposed to go this way. Just do anything. Well, our first real friend at Hogwarts. There you go. Garfield. I don't know, I really do just like want to walk around like aimlessly for hours and just kind of look at stuff. I might do that at some point. Yeah, why not? Start. I'm gonna pretend like I never walked in on that. Someone's doing some potions work in the bathroom. Okay. Nice. nice. New robe. Can I equip that? Hold up. Inventory, I'm guessing. No. Oh, gear, probably. That's probably where it would be. Yep. See, I don't know, I feel like it doesn't go with like the Slytherin vibe though, right? Like if I was like in Gryffindor or something, like maybe. It has a better stats though. One more offense. Guess we're keeping it for now. Why not? No. No, we're good.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
I suppose I'll probably be a higher up there one day. Let's just stay in with me.
Here! Behind you! There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
You know, like that. Everyone's had that one teacher that's just like way too enthusiastic about their job. I feel like that's this guy.
Accio.
Easy.
That is
Easy.
not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, Accio, it is like got excellent control there.
No! Whew. Okay, we're good.
Very good.
Set a little bit earlier. Oh yeah, that shit's easy. Easy game, sir. I need a real challenge here.
That's it!
So it's like right at the middle / end of the orange region.
Very good!
Let
Points
go.
to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
It's a big courtyard.
Let us see this.
Yeah, I already know this is in a competition. Let's go. Did I do too much? No, we're good. We're good.
Excellent control there.
Watch this. Well done. Here we go.
So I wonder if I can knock. Right? Is it deduct her points if I knock her ball off? Let's see. Line this up.
A perfect score. Remarkable.
I did get held back 5 years, bro. I mean, obviously, I'm good at this.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Misha.
Let's see, I'm start pulling it like right when it passes it.
Very good.
Watch this.
The middle one's definitely gonna be the hardest one. Do that one last.
I know everyone is watching.
I fucked up.
Try not to be nervous. You are doing quite well.
I don't know how to recover that. Thought I fucked that up.
Let us see this. There we go.
perfect rounds. You're a natural.
Easy. Good job,
Very
Wizarding
good,
School is
both of
just
you.
too easy.
Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
I already mastered the spell in the game. What do you mean it gets easier? It's as easy as it gets already.
Thank you, but I've been holding my own.
I appreciate your confidence. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Wagadu a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
Is that, correct me if I'm wrong, that's kind of new from a lore perspective, right? Like the movies, at least like the original 7 books and like what, 8 movies? Did they use a lot of magic without wands? I don't recall. I don't know, maybe I'm forgetting, but...
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on
A word, if you would.
if you're so inclined.
After my brother learned.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise.
No?
Celestia.
Okay.
You know it won't work.
Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
Hey, hold on. We got on the board here. Looks like real math, and maybe some of it is, but I don't know. Don't really recognize it.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum.
Homework.
Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
School simulator. Let's go. Extra homework. It's a pretty cool classroom, though. We'll go up here real quick. No? Okay. Side quest. Let's just do the other class real quick. Get some more spells
Hello
under our
there.
belt.
You're the new student, aren't you?
That I am, Miss Lady. Oh.
Revelio.
Yeah, I'm already like completely lost. I can tell you where. I mean, I know we fast traveled over to this wing, but dude, if you asked me to go back to where we were, where we started, that fountain, no, not happening. Just not happening.
Is that all you've got?
That's my housemate, isn't it?
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge.
She's like Ty Lopez.
To the
Knowledge.
wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the
Get fucked.
value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with a basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier.
Alright, so shields are just color-coded, makes sense.
Levioso.
Now, the basics are well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy.
Levioso. Protego.
Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it. This can't be the first duel. Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
What are you doing up there?
I do enjoy a lively duel.
Not
That was really
bad for a
satisfying,
beginner.
man. I'm not gonna lie.
You give as good as you get.
Yeah, the combat's really fun in this game. Something about
I
it.
put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
Thanks, lady. More homework.
All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Huh. Always thought Leviosa was for first years. Not anymore.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? Felt more like I was dueling an expert.
Well,
Didn't
thank you,
expect a new student to be
Right
so
back at
deft
you.
with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I mean, I can't speak for before this game started, but yeah, we'll see. It's the first
In
time.
fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck, or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
All right, let's see. So this is a secret dueling club. And then wand handles, gold. This is like, it's a lot closer. Let's do this. Actually, right about the 50-minute mark, this is a good place to stop episode 2, and then we'll just continue with these side quests. And actually, hold on, I totally spaced the main quest that we have. Oh, right, this is probably the quest to go to Hogsmeade. Alright, so let's actually... let's go talk to her, and then we'll probably stop at Hogsmeade. So let's do that real quick before we end the episode. Then I'll start doing the side quests after. But I'd like to customize my wand and just kind of see what's up with Hogsmeade, and then probably do some more side quests after that.
Revelio.
Oh, that's just a fast travel thing, isn't it?
Off on another adventure, are we?
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
There you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Nope.
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build
I
upon
don't
what
even know
you've
what that
learned.
means, I'll be
In
honest.
that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
Can you tell me more about the potions shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
All right, let's go.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
Let's go with Sebastian. Seem to be
I'd
kind
like
of
to go with
broing it up
Sebastian.
already.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
We actually allowed to drink butterbeer in this game? That would be pretty dope if we could. Speak to Professor Ronan, receive your first assignment. Assignments are types of quests given you by Hogwarts professors that, when completed, reward you with new spells. The reward for completing your first assignment will then charm a para, which is required to complete other quests. Track assignments in progress in the quest menu of your field guide. Got it. It's just another cat. Okay. Alright, I think this is a good place to end it. Approaching the hour mark. So we'll stop here. Again, as always, just massively appreciated if you made it to the end. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next one.